And we are live. We have Karen, also known as Care Bear Bard of Cards, and her lovely little choir in the background, her little beautiful sweeties.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, don't you just adore her ears? When I saw her backstage, I thought she had rolled her hair up into like these little braids, and I'm like, oh, they're kitty ears. So cute. So, thank
Yes.
you everybody for joining Karen and I again for another Hey, what's your sign
Yes. I always think of
episode.
Joey from Friends.
Yes,
Hey,
he's like,
what's your
hey,
sign?
how you doing? But he'd be like, hey, what's your sign? So thank you everybody for making this show popular. We've every month. Oh, are you Karen going to do it again? So yes, we are. We are here, and oh, Biden just stepped down. Well, hopefully we'll get somebody better in that place. We typically don't discuss politics on my channel, but I think it's, just to mention that really quick, I think it's for the best. Hopefully they'll get somebody in that's much better. And just, remember to like just be in the presence, be in our bodies, feel our emotions, honor them, but just, get grounded and our life has to move forward. So I tell a lot of people that's why I don't watch the
Yeah.
news. I only check my feed every now and then
Grounding,
because every
yes.
time you turn around, it's just this inundation, you know, um, of the news. And it's just like it's not good for my mental health or well being. And I think it's the same for a lot of us. So,
Yeah. Stay
and yes,
grounded
Miss
through it.
Nissa,
The
happy
ups and
full
downs.
moon too. Yes. So let's say hi to some people. And we have Nancy from A Crone's Intuition is here with us. Hello, Miss Nancy. And we have the lovely, beautiful Miss Tropical Empress in Spirit who joined Allison and I last Friday for her first live on another reader's channel. So honored. Thank you again, Amanda.
Did
Um,
awesome.
Beautiful energy. We had a wonderful discussion that night. And I think
Hey,
Amanda
Jeff.
needs one more subscriber to hit 100.
Ooh,
So let's get
cool.
Amanda, Miss Tropical Empress, over 100. That would be amazing. Nancy, if you could go ahead and put her link in the chat. Or Jeff, hello, Jeff. Right, so we have three shifting veils. Hello, my dear. I call her Veils. I'm like, hey, Veils. Miss Nissa here being her squatchy self today. Love the Bigfoot. And of course, Jeff, Mr. Tarot Ask Backwards, which will be joining me later this evening at 8 o'clock for some poetry. And Carl is here. And Nancy says, Karen, you are absolutely adorable. I know, isn't
Thanks,
she?
Nancy. Thanks.
And
I
she
can
will
use
go ahead. Yes,
those
thank you.
encouragements right now. Thank you.
Yes. You're surrounded by love, my dear.
Thank
So
you.
you are in a safe space. And thank you, Nancy. This is for Amanda. I know there's some discussion about links being put into the chat, which negates I haven't had that experience or I personally. So if y'all want to follow that link or after the show, go over to Amanda's channel, however you feel comfortable. But let's get our girl, up to 100 or and over. A
Yeah,
hundred and over.
definitely.
So,
She's worth watching.
almost definitely.
Yeah.
And
I think I'm
still,
like 10 away or something like that. So if
let's get
any of y'all
Karen.
need to
Get
subscribe.
Karen up. Get Karen up to 100 and over. It took me a while, to get to even that. So a lot more people are coming into our community. We're
I'm
getting a lot more
happy. Yeah,
subscribers and chatters, and a lot of us are getting our numbers up a lot faster. So that's wonderful.
I feel
And
blessed.
Green Aventuring Tarot is here. Hello, my dear.
Great
We
name.
have Souls Dancing Soul Sister, but every time I see her, I just want to sing. Where is my soul sisters? Let me hear your flow, sisters. So I love that song. So yes, Heather broke out into song like she usually does. Heck, let's aim at 200. Yes, 200 for everybody.
Oh, the sky's the limit.
So Ange is here. Hello, Ange, my dear. Um, so yep. at some point Ange will be joining us as well on a show. Um,
Fun.
I love the remake. You know, I'm not a big little Kim fan at all. I don't really like that music, but her little bit of what she, you know, brought to that, it was just a well done package. That was just a great grouping, and I can't believe it's been over 20 years since that song came
I've
out.
been known to listen to some Little Kim back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was 2001, and so I was delivering mail out of my car for a rural route in Massachusetts in Byfield. And oh, so Jeff, you probably have heard of Byfield, Massachusetts. And that song came out when I was delivering mail. I'm like, ooh, what's this? You know, so
I was in college, so yeah.
great memories. Yeah. I had just graduated from college a couple of years before that. So most definitely. And let's see. Nancy says, hi, Ange. Loved your full moon pics you posted. Oh, I didn't see them. I will have to go look. And you want to say hello to
I thought I
everybody?
heard a
Oh,
cat. Yeah.
yep. He's getting very vocal now.
Yeah.
He helped me do a reading last night. I think her name was Susan
Oh,
that we did a reading for. Huh.
so
He's
sweet.
a good boy. You want to come on the table? But you got to be a good boy. No putting the butt in the camera, okay?
I've got my little lions in the background. You'd think they were Leos right now. They're so
Yeah.
boisterous, but Geminis are loud too, so
Yes.
can
And
be.
like I
Yeah.
said, we're used to hearing Linda's Wanda and her budgies flying around. So we can
Yeah.
handle a
Yeah.
couple little beautiful Gemini
Yeah.
twins.
And I
Yes,
told
we
Heather
can.
I'd mute myself while she's doing her stuff so I don't totally distract.
And yes, he is my familiar. We have two. He is mine, and he loves the smell of Palo Santo. So sometimes when I get like a fresh stick and I light it, he gets on the rug and he starts rolling around and starts chirping and you know,
Wow, that's cool.
interesting baby, huh? Yes,
My
they're like
cat loved
humans.
the strawberry Twizzlers. Whenever like terrible thing to eat for, but I don't know. It's kind of a guilty pleasure. I was eating strawberry Twizzlers. She'd like come over and like smell it, like it was something like it's almost like catnip to her. Like she was really drawn
Mhm.
in to Twizzlers. I don't know why. It was kind of weird.
Oh,
Anyways,
and then it's so I love red vines.
those are good
To
too.
me, the Twizzlers have become kind of plasticky. So for me, when we want something like that, we go
Yeah,
and we find, and they're hard to find in some stores now. The
yeah.
the red vines, but
My
oh,
friends
those
and I,
are
we
good.
used to like take and like smack each
Yeah,
other in the arm with
yeah.
them. They're kind of
Um,
yeah, they're a little bit of a weapon.
and Nancy, you're not helping. Heads up, it's National Ice Cream Day, and I don't have
Oh
ice cream in the
man.
house.
Uh Gosh,
And
that makes me
Heather,
want
your
some good
cat,
ice cream now.
oh, your kitty passed in 2020. I'm sorry, sweetheart. It's so
Oh.
hard to lose our babies. I actually dreamed of a kitten rescue last night, and I remember picking one up, and it looked like my Howie that I lost back in, I think it was like 2013. And for
Mm-hmm.
me, it almost kind of felt like he was coming to me through a dream as another kitten for me to hold and to feel and to hug.
Yeah. Oh.
So,
Julie's been in some of my dreams. Yeah.
and Ange saying hello, and Ange says those lawn licorice ropes were fun as kids. Yes, they were. I mean, back in the day, we you know, there's a great show called The Professor of Rock, and he talks and he does interviews of music from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and he'll go, if you remember, and he brings these things up, and I'm like, oh, I totally forgot I had one of those. He'll talk about toys, he'll talk about candy, he'll talk about movies and stuff,
Yes. I
and
love
it's
that
just
stuff. Yeah.
a wonderful channel for nostalgia. It really, really is. So we have 12 people in chat today. And
Yay.
I know the afternoons on Sunday can get busy. So thank you, everybody, for taking your time to come and hang out with Karen tonight
One
today.
for each house of the zodiac.
Oh, there we go. So, hey, what's your sign? It's Leo starting tomorrow. And I have my little card presentation. I have a book, but you're sitting on it right now. You're laying on it. So
That's what
maybe I'll
cats do.
skip the book today. Um, but I'm just going to go ahead and share my little bit about
Okay.
the sun in Leo and the moon that we're having today in Capricorn. And then I'm going to open the floor up to Karen. And then
Okay.
when we're done, for what time we have left, we are going to be opening up for questions. But everybody just hang on because they're specific. And so let's get this party started.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna
oh, you
mute
want to get
myself
up
for a
for
little
me?
bit.
Thank you. All righty. Hey, let me have my book. Aren't you a good kitty? So let's start with the full moon for today. So I did some wonderful readings along with Miss Nancy here and Ginger Faye last night on their channel. We were doing full moons, and I just want to share just a little bit from my deck that I'm learning astrology from, the basics, and something that Karen and I were talking about backstage is that this is for entertainment purposes. Astrology is so complex and so in depth, especially when it comes to personal readings, that what we share are just going to be kind of just the basics of the building blocks, so to speak, of astrology. So we're just going to be sharing just the basic knowledge and generalizations of the signs and getting into, maybe I don't know if Karen might be bringing in something about fixed signs or whatever. We'll see what she has set aside for us. But the moon went full this morning, and the moon is all about satisfying emotional needs, nurturing self and others. And it's also a buck moon, which is named after the time when the deers, I believe the stags, the male deer, start to grow their horns, start to, you know, I think it's like called rutting season or something like that. But deer stags are a main part of who I am, so I have them there right behind me. And the sign that this full moon is in Capricorn. And Capricorn is ambition, realism, and methodical steps. So taking baby steps. We had a lot of baby step cards last night. Cards coming up for people in our reading. So this is a time to take this energy of Leo, the full moon, and start working towards manifesting new goals, whatever they are, whether it's financial, home, spiritual, and just taking baby steps, getting that energy going and getting grounded and going, moving forward. And Capricorn is an earth sign. And I just love the artwork on these cards: persistence, patience, and practicality. So, again, the baby steps, slowly moving forward, but getting those seeds out there, getting that energy behind those creations. We have the cardinal sign, which is what the Capricorn is, and it's about instigation. Watch what you're instigating. Ask what you watch what you wish for, kind of, sort of speak. Bravery and a pioneering spirit, and it's also a part of the Yin, which is feminine. Intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. Everything that the full moon is. We all have the divine feminine and masculine in us. And so with this full moon, all of us are probably feeling much more our intuition, maybe having more psychic hits or dreams or feelings. So just really embrace all that moving forward. And so for the sun today, we have Leo, which is self confidence, loyalty, and creativity. Leo is ruled by our star, the sun, self express and embody truth. Again, beautiful, beautiful artwork on this. Um, and it's a fire sign: confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. It is a fixed sign, Leo, um, which is stability, persistence, loyalty again, and dependability. And Leo falls under the energy of Yang, the divine masculine: proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion. So today we have the balance of the male, the divine masculine, and the divine feminine. And I was going to go into the book, but I think that's enough for now. Um, I'll set this aside and let's just, look at what we've got going on here in chat, and then I'll open up the floor to Karen. And let's see, Linda Kennedy joined us. Hello, Linda.
Hi, Linda.
Um, and Native Americans refer to this moon as the thunder moon. And yes,
I
also
like that.
known as the buck moon. I like the thunder moon too.
Yeah.
Yes. And Carl is here. Hello, Carl.
Hi, Carl.
Um, let's see. Tropical Empress. Thank you. I was tense trying not to move since I was doing live angel readings. Oh, did I miss? Oh, Amanda, did I miss a show that you did last night? Oh, sweetheart, I'm sorry.
All right, I missed a
Um,
lot of y'all's last night. I was just tired. I needed to sleep.
then I had a migraine. Then I got hit with, just as our show was starting. So I had to I couldn't make all the readings. Vale says, love and light, nasty storm, losing internet. Okay, well, thank you, Vales. Take care. Be safe. Um, okay, staying away from the politics here. Linda, glad to be here. Heather and Karen, well, we're happy to have you, my dear. Um, Graciela Navarro, hello. Hi, my sign is Leo. So we have a Leo in the house.
Yay!
And
Happy birthday!
Amanda was on with Scott this morning. Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
All righty. So very nice. And I have to do a quick shout out for Ramon Moonscarab, his favorite Leo. I think this is his favorite Leo, but Madonna is a
Yes,
Leo.
Madonna. I knew you were
And
going to say
is
that.
there any surprise to that?
Not at
No.
all. Not at all.
She agrees.
Yep, that's it. That's it. Yeah.
And she agrees.
She agreed.
She goes, yes, she loves Madonna too.
Her sister took her toy.
That's such a Leo thing to do. And I don't have a picture of her nearby, but my cousin Louise Teresa, she died when she was 16 back in 1988, and she was a Leo. She was August 9th, and she would have been 54 this year. So sending lots of love to my cousin in spirit. So she was my favorite Leo. So, but all righty. Yes. Carl, I don't like the music that she's been doing for the last, maybe I would say probably within the last 10 years. It's just not, she's not like pioneering like she used to be. It's just a lot of other outside influences that it's just, to me, she's kind of lost that magic. But everything up for me to Confessions on a Dance Floor, oh my God, everything up to, I still love and look back on all that beautiful, listen to that music. And I was showing my pictures one night, my what I have left of my scrapbook pictures from when I was a kid with Ramon. And Ramon also got to sing with Madonna. He went to two her concerts for the same tour, down by the stage, how he kept getting the stage. Oh my God. And for Like a Prayer, she handed him the mic and he got to sing a couple of verses of Like a Prayer with her.
Wow, that's cool.
So that is, yeah, she still has it in some ways, but I don't even recognize her Carl anymore. Too much injections and Botox and stuff. But
yeah,
I still love the fact that she doesn't care how old she is. She's had a lot of people saying, "Oh, you're an old woman now. Wrap it up, give it to the young people." And it's like, no. Just like Cher, she's still going strong. Like Tina Turner, until she passed, she was out there touring and strutting her stuff, those beautiful legs. So age is nothing. It
yeah.
really isn't. Um, but the original music, oh hell yeah! I still have four of my original albums of hers.
Cher's still going too.
Yep, Cher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cher. And I just found out, was it yesterday on Professor Rock, that Ann Wilson has been diagnosed with cancer.
Oh.
She did have surgery to remove the tumor. She still has to have treatment, but she's another one that's still rocking out, her and her sister Nancy. And Heart's still going strong, and hopefully Ann will be back with us soon. She still's got those vocals, those pipes. So Pat Benatar, she's still rocking it. So, but I'm kind of diversing us from the from our Leo. So Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman had to visit her and ask her permission to use her song on their movie. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Yeah, you don't want to mess with Madonna. So we're all
Hey, Heather, I'm gonna put
yeah,
them down for a nap real quick.
all
Okay,
right.
like,
And yeah,
yeah, if that's
we'll hold
okay.
the
All right.
fort.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. So while she's doing that, let's look up these Leos. Pat Benatar. I would love Carl to see Pat Benatar. Probably won't, but even though she can't hit all quite those notes, she still has an amazing voice. So let's look at these Leos that we're talking about, um, and who knows in what placements they may have in their signs. So for Leos, all fire signs have a childlike essence and an excitable, passionate disposition. Leo is the most refined of the bunch, deeply confident and committed to self expression. And that was my cousin Louise before she passed. In her teenage years, she took scissors, cut all around her hair, put we all remember putting the ribbons in her hair like Madonna did. She had the Michael Jackson earrings, she had the bracelets. She rocked her look. She was very independent. Um, they are warm people who light up a room and want to be seen. That was my mom. Natural performers, Madonna. In, innately entertaining and playful. Their confidence exudes a noble quality, and their heartfelt connection to life makes them proud. They walk with conviction and have an unshakable loyalty to wherever they focus attention. Like their regal namesake, the lion, these mighty beings are grand, often loud, and unapologetically themselves. Well, we all know Madonna had a couple songs where she says, well, she had one called Unapologetic Bitch. So that's Madonna. They are heart centered and expressive, loving fiercely with a talent for enjoying life. Like its ruling planet, the sun, Leo is both spotlight seeking and generous. It simply loves being alive and sharing its light with others. As creativity personified, Leo can, of course, become vain. My mother. Sorry, Mom, but it's true. And self centered. And its pride can become arrogant and unwilling. Oh, I have a fan going. Unwilling to admit fault. So, under their keywords, energetics for Leo: warmth, loyalty, pride, and confidence. Experiences, creativity, generosity, play, performing. Shadow side, arrogant, vain, unwilling to admit fault. So, and under omen, I'll keep going. Do you ever morph into an unnatural shape to fit in or to avoid taking up too much space? Your angels have come to say you are perfect and lovable just as you are. A beautiful, unique soul. Authentic self expression is your birthright. Recognize where you twist and shrink and allow yourself to express more freely. Live out loud and give energy to things that ignite genuine joy and passion within. Move away from the relationships that dim your light. Wear your eccentricities with pride, like my cousin. Being true to yourself is a noble act, inspiring others to do the same. And that was for Leo.
That said a lot of really good things. Like
I know this
some
book
things
is
I was gonna touch on. Yeah, definitely. Um, with like Leo, like the first four signs. So we have Aries, which is more about like I am. Taurus is like I have. These are the
mm-hmm,
security things like that.
mm-hmm,
And then Gemini, we were like I think, I say, that kind of thing. And then Leo, I mean not Leo, but Cancers, I feel. These are all like kind of where we're in ourself. Like Leo is the
mm-hmm,
very first sign where it's like, okay, I'm ready to step outside for the world to see me. I want them to know that I exist. And for some to bask in my greatness.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my
Yeah.
mom. She could walk into a room and know everybody. I mean, she was a waitress, so she
Yeah.
loved to go in and socialize. And if you met my mom, she'd be like,
Hmm.
Karen, tell me all of, she would just,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, very social.
very much like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like when you think about it, the sun, we're sun is central to it all, as everyone is like just revolving around the sun. So it's all about the
Hmm.
sun.
Yep.
And yeah, and they really do best. Leos do best, like when you think of the sun in a desert environment. Like there's nothing else to it, you can't help but see it. That's when they do their best, is that when they feel like the best part of themselves is being seen and being appreciated, not just being seen but to be appreciated. um, we were talking about being fixed. What does that mean? Well, let's just take like the three fire signs. We start out with Aries, which is cardinal. Just think firework or firecracker.
Yep. That's my
What does
rising
it do?
sign.
It's just like it just starts, woo, you see it, and then, but it might not last. It's kind of quick. Um, and then, on the other side of that, we have Sagittarius. My husband got them back out of their crib, so I don't know. Anyways, on the other side of Sagittarius, we have the mutable, which think an expansive wildfire. It's like, I'm not going to wait for anybody to bring anything to me. I'm going to seek it out,
Hmm.
um, uh, to get more fuel. Uh, Leo, think of a bonfire. It wants to bring every, body into it and attract that to, sustain that warmth. It draws people into it, but it's stable. So, like in another analogy I was reading too, to think about like fixed, and how does that work with, someone that we think of like being in like leadership positions, would be um, like middle management, like I didn't start the company. I don't want to be like the top in the top here, but they do really well, like in, leading in middle management roles, especially. Um, Great with public relations, because they understand truly like how important it is for an image to be perceived a certain way, and have I would say like an intuition on knowing how to boost that sort of thing. Um, and don't, like they understand, image is important. It's like the first impressions. And so we see a lot of our celebrities. My girls are so noisy today. We see a lot of celebrities and political leaders. Uh, Clinton and Obama were both Leos. And, G.W. Bush, he was a Leo rising. And, we'll just say it, Trump is a Leo rising. You can see how sometimes that can go in the wrong way. There can be some
Hmm.
arrogance. But, it's all about knowing how to pull people in to you without even really having to try. It's just like
Yeah.
this light that just they know, they just emit that kind of that strength and radiance almost, and know how to use that to advantage, but can be very loyal. Not all, but a lot of them can be loyal. Maybe not in the dating phase as much, but in marriage, yeah, for sure. Just as long as their mate gives them the affection and the respect that they want.
And Ash says,
Um,
some see arrogance, some see confidence. It's all about perception. I just want
True.
to share that. That was very insightful.
It is because, that can be an opinion too. Like who's to say,
Jerry
you
Garcia.
know, that, I mean, everybody has their different opinion of what is arrogance.
Mm-hmm.
But then there definitely are some, historical leaders like Napoleon was a Leo.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, yeah. So Napoleon was a Leo, and I was reading this. I thought it was kind of interesting that he actually crowned himself emperor, which that was usually something that the Pope was supposed to do. But he invited the Pope to come watch him crown himself as emperor. So that was a pretty bold move. um, and let's see, let's go over some of the other things. Like, what is Leo rules the fifth house? Okay. The fifth house is all about creativity, casual sex. Just gonna throw that out there like that. Romance, pleasure, and children. This creative side of Leo is huge. Like it's where we make that transition. The Cancer is like all the things that you're internalizing, and Leo, it's like I'm want to create this and be seen to put something out there, and that's why we see a lot of great artists and performers. It's a need to have a spotlight. Otherwise, I would say that it could really have a tendency towards depression if you're not being um, getting that kind of boost. But I think it's about finding a balance too in that boost. Like, is it healthy or is it toxic? The attention that you're seeking. I would say that would be one thing that we need to look at. Leo is associated with the heart, which makes a lot of sense. um, so, like they always talk about having a courageous heart and everything, to talk from the heart. I mean, that's a Leo thing. But they also have like this childlike nature and youthful quality, which we saw in Gemini being youthful. Leos look pretty, have a tendency to be more youthful as well. It makes me think of like the sun card with the baby and the horse, like so um gosh, I'm like all over the place right now. I'm trying to decide. Oh yeah, okay.
And really
So
quick, Miss Nissa said Robert Plant is a Leo. Yes, he is. I just looked it up. So,
that hair.
yes, Robert Plant,
That mane,
the
yeah.
greatest male. Oh, yeah. People talk
Yeah.
about Beatles. Ah, Zeppelin.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
I'll be
Mick
quiet.
Jagger was. Yeah, I think Mick Jagger was there too. Um, no, you're fine, Heather. But like, basically, I think we've covered most of, all of the all of the sides here. I know we've kind of been like all over the place. But it being a masculine is a need to put things out rather than waiting to draw them in. And I would say don't forget a Leo's birthday. It might upset them very much so. So yeah, don't forget their birthday. Yeah, and don't stab them in the back or anything like that. Yeah, I was just looking over to see if there's anything else that I had kind of wrote down that was interesting. I took a lot of notes, but they're very scattered. But Leo in general, I think is very beautiful, can be very generous. Um, yeah, they'll take the credit for things, but they'll also take the credit for blame a lot of the times too. It's like something about shouldering the responsibility of something, whether it's good or bad at times, have a tendency to do that. But also there's a vulnerable side, which kind of falls into that shadow with Leo. It's like, yeah, there's all this confidence and everything. You're like, oh wow, you know, there's no way they could possibly even doubt themselves. Sometimes a lot of that is there's a lot of self-doubt and a lot of, you know, like fear of embarrassment, things like that, you know, because the ego and your pride is at its first part in the wheel here. You're navigating these intricacies for the first time, and you're putting yourself out there to the world for the first time. So there is a vulnerability there, that, you know, you've kind of got to wrangle, which I have this deck. Let's see, what is this one called? Because I blanked out.
Has a book about vulnerability.
Supernova Tarot. Supernova Tarot by Federico Salis. He's Italian, but this is his strength card.
Here, let me put you on the. Let's get you a little biggie there. There we go.
They're kind of shiny in this, but yeah, that's his strength card. You can't really see where the person and the lion, you know, end and begin. And I feel like there's this, you know, this battle. There's an inner battle that we don't always see. So don't let them fool you. Be gentle, and yes, they might bark or roar a little loud and get mad or whatever, but you know, usually come back around. That might take time. I don't know. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But they do have a very vulnerable side. So be delicate with your lion. Is all I've got to say.
Or else the claws will come out. Like
yeah,
my mom would.
Totally
and when will. I was trying to find a picture of my cousin Louise. I don't know where my photo album book went with her all in her very self-expressive 80s, you know, chopped hair and everything. I couldn't find it. But this was my cousin Louise when we were younger.
Oh, I love that.
That was her sister Maggie, and that was me. But this is when we were about 8 or 9 years old. And so that was my cousin Louise. And this was my Leo mom right there.
Yep.
So that was
Look
my
at that
mom.
blonde hair. Yeah.
Yep. Her hair was the same color as mine, but she loved to have it blonde like Madonna did.
It was her way to stand out.
Gorgeous with brown. I mean, my mom even had an afro at one time. And it was beautiful. And but nope, it was that blonde that got her the attention that she wanted. Yep.
Hi, Leah. No, I'm a Gemini.
And we did have a comment from Amanda for us. This is very interesting and insightful, beautiful ladies. And you are so welcome, my dear.
Oh, thank you.
We're glad that you're enjoying that. And let's see, are you a Libra, Care Bear? No, she's not.
But you know what? Maybe
she's a Gemini.
I'm a Gemini, but I do have a Taurus moon, which, you know, that is the Venusian aspect of a maybe that Venus from the Libra is coming in there. I don't know. maybe those kind of vibes.
And Amanda shared, my brother is my baby brother who is a Leo. I told him he may be bigger than me, but he is still my baby brother, and I'll kick his butt any day, including in sports. There you go, girl. Like with pool that you were telling us that one night, that you're, you know, fabulous pool player. You guys think that they can beat her? She's a girl. Oh, she showed them, she said. And I'm a Taurus moon as well. And Leah says Taurus moon means financial stability. I hope so, Leah, because we're moving next year, and we need for that green. Come on, green. Come on, green.
Yeah. Also, Taurus moon is very sensual, like in the fact that like I'm very affected to like how fabrics feel on me. And like I have certain blankets that I like, certain pillows.
Same with me. I'm very
foods. I'm very
I go around and touch everything. Do you go walking and touching stuff in the stores to see how it feels? Yep.
Yeah. If it doesn't feel good, I can't wear it. Yeah, I can't do it. And then food is like it's an experience. They say like Taurus moons can taste things in food. Sometimes other people can't. I'd like to know if you could scientifically figure that out. That'd be really cool, right?
That is really cool.
Yeah. Oh, and you know one thing I forgot to say about Leo is that fashion is a big thing for Leo.
Mm-hmm. My
Fashion
mom,
is huge. Yeah.
Madonna. I mean, you can't
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
It's an expression
Mm-hmm.
of yourself, a way you can stand out. They have a really good fashion sense, and also like the guts and courage to go out and flaunt
Yeah.
it.
She would go into my mom would go into
Yes.
my closet and wear my clothes.
Yes.
Yeah. We always have the
Well,
same
you
clothes.
know,
Yeah.
I mean, I love Leo. My North Node is Leo.
Yeah.
What does that mean? It's kind of like a soul purpose kind of thing. It's actually my need to show my creative endeavors more and to be okay with standing out doing that rather than blending into a crowd. That's kind of one of my life challenges. So,
Wait a minute. What was that? What was your life challenge?
uh, standing out with
Oh,
my creative stuff and
oh,
being
and
more
your
proud to do it.
creativity, especially your poetry. People don't know who are new to my channel or new to Karen, and you have had some new subscribers. I believe Carl subscribed to you as well.
Thank you.
Um, she has done poetry to artwork from Anatolian Deck the Abyss,
Yeah, I've got
and
a few I've written that I haven't done
gorgeous.
videos for yet, so I need to.
So
Just
I
life
know poetry
circumstances.
wise, she's an
Hmm.
incredible poet, really.
Thank you so much. I
And we're
appreciate
thinking of
that.
starting the special little poet
Yes, the
group as
Poet
well.
Society.
The Mystical Poet Society. So the
Yes,
Good Poet Society, we were chatting one day. How about the Mystic or Mystical Poet Society? And we're like,
yes,
ding, ding, ding. So
yes. I
lots
like
of,
that.
and it's Leo season.
Yeah.
And
In
oh, and
in in
Karen,
PS, that's almost like maps. That's kind of cool.
almost like that. And
Yeah,
question for
maps to the
you.
soul. Okay.
Some people are talking about a Leo portal. They've been
Eight
talking
eight.
about the last few years. There's like a Leo portal or a what's it called? The Lion's Gate that's
Yeah, 8-8.
starting.
Yeah.
8-8. So I was told like a
But there's
week
probably
ago it
like
already
a
started. Do you
there
know about this?
it's just like almost like any retrograde or anything like you have like a probably like a pre shadow and a post shadow, but I don't know if it's a shadow in this case. It's just like um a period of time to that builds up before it. But I mean, I would say the actual portal itself is 8-8, but I would say that the results could take longer for whatever
Mhm.
that means to you.
Now, is this
Yeah.
Lionsgate new? Because I only heard people start talking about it like a year ago, and they're like, "Oh, it's the Lionsgate, it's the Lions
I
Portal."
don't know the
Has it
origins
always
of it.
been, or is this something new that they're starting to pick up on energetically?
I mean, I see like people doing portal days, like where it's just any day, like where it's kind of like a double day. You know what I mean? Like for that month.
Well, they're talking about specifically
Like
last year with the
1111
Lions.
is another
Mm-hmm.
one. Yeah, that's a big number. But yeah, 8-8. I don't know a whole lot about it, to be honest with you, because it's not really, so much
Okay.
astrology. Um, but yeah, I've known about it I've seen, like, I learned about it maybe like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, last
Um,
year Valerie Illumination Portal was talking about. That's
yeah.
how I learned about it, between her, the Crone Zone, and Diana Bowles,
Apparently,
because
it's a
they're
good
really
time to
into
like
the astrology.
manifest,
Mm-hmm.
and it's supposed to be, yeah, like one of those times to manifest. I would just Google it or something from try to from a reputable source as much as possible, and maybe
And
see
Linda,
like
yes, we did do a
what
Cancer. That
themes
was
go
last month.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going, in order by the season as it's happening in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So I wanted to pick your brain on that, see that you were learning about
Yeah. Eight
astrology.
eight. I mean, there's probably. I mean, you've got what number? Eight
Mm-hmm.
is what about abundance?
Yeah, it's supposed
And
to be my life path number.
yeah,
I'm like,
it's like a business number too. Like like that growth and
courage,
abundance, something
stability.
like that. Yeah. When you think of the eights in tarot too,
The
it's
eight card.
like, yeah, culminating towards the
Yeah, your strength card with the lion and her, yeah.
strength 8. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah, I'd have to see.
Aw.
There's probably something that's special, like a certain kind of. Oh, thank
Yes, let's
you.
get her up to 100,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Let's get Karen up there.
Y'all are sweet. Yeah, there's something probably that's especially good to try to manifest during that time and how to use that energy during 8/8. Whether it's like writing it down that day. Um, like there's all kinds of different rules, like Tesla 369, 3 times, 6 times, 9 times, that kind of thing.
What a genius.
Yeah,
I
I've
think
been
he was
learning
more
a
of a
lot about
genius than
manifestation
Einstein.
lately. There's this thing called SATs, which is basically where I can't exactly remember what that stands for, but it's like a sleep. It's a state akin to sleep is SATs. State akin to sleep, and what you do is you envision or talk about like your manifestation, and visualize it like right before you go to sleep, because your subconscious can absorb that more. So when you're conscious again, that you have it more ingrained rather than just letting your conscious override it. But it's fascinating. I could go in a rabbit hole with that one. But anyways.
Alrighty. And Ginger, Faye, popping in to say, what the Faye?
Hey,
Hey,
Ginger.
Ginger. So thanks she did a show this morning with Sun Psychic Jean. I was able to pop in for a few moments and say hi. So you had a wonderful show with Jean, and Robin Williams would have been 73 today.
Oh,
love you, Robin. We miss
I
you.
know.
Yeah.
He was. It's so hard to believe he is such a tortured soul.
Mm-hmm. Like a lot of us don't know
Mm-hmm.
what other people go through. All we see is
Yeah,
what's here, and then not
absolutely,
everything else. That's and he knew how to
absolutely.
hide it.
Yep. And I heard Nancy was telling me that Ginger is pretty close to me, um, geographically. So
Yep, the Carolinas. I'm so
the
jealous.
Carolinas,
Everyone's like an
yeah,
hour or 2 hours away, and
yeah,
I'm like, oh. But then pretty soon I'm going to be even more further than always.
yeah.
So
You'll be closer to Bill.
I'll be closer to Amy. I actually found out Amy's Mystic Rose Tarot. Amy, she's in Oregon, and
Oh,
so I probably
cool.
won't be that far from her. And I told her, well, I will have to treat you to a cup of coffee or lunch when we get out there. And she goes,
Cool.
let's go for a hike instead in the park, and then maybe lunch after.
Oh, wow.
Gotcha. So it would be wonderful. And she's like, Greenville, baby.
Yeah, I'm in Spartanburg, so yeah, we're like right next to each
Spartanburg.
other. Yeah, cool.
Very cool. Yeah, he was a
Yeah.
great comedian. Yeah. And you know what I love to watch most with him, because I wasn't always the biggest fan of some of the language and the stuff that he would do, but when he did that video, "Don't Worry, Be Happy" with Bobby McFerrin and that other actor, I can't think of his name, but that just would just cheer me right up. The Birdcage. Oh my God, it's got to be
Yeah,
everyone says your favorite Robin Williams movie, The
it's a good one.
Birdcage with him
I
and
like
Nathan
watching
Lane.
Mrs. Doubtfire too.
Oh my God. I mean, he had so many. And
Yeah.
Nancy says, we need to have a meetup.
Yes, absolutely. I didn't realize we're like also close.
Very nice. And what did Amanda say? And I'm just a couple of hours away from Nancy, too. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Amanda, because Amanda just moved to Georgia.
Carolina girls.
So, yeah, this is wonderful. And Amanda says, I'm right before the GASC border. I think I was told I'm
Awesome.
a little over an hour away from Greenville.
That's so close. Yeah, wow. That's amazing.
I'm so jealous.
Ah, my southern
Yes.
girls.
Everyone's all agreeing. Yes, we need to have a meetup. Very
Yay,
nice.
that would be fun.
And if we hit the lottery before we go to Oregon, I'll be sure to fly down and us girls all go out for a spa day on me.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
I
I would
keep telling
totally, if I won the
Shan,
lottery, I'd
win that
totally take people on
Powerball.
trips.
And hello, Garnet. Thank you for being here, my dear. All righty. So
Pull some cards.
Karen and I had put together a little bit of a here. Let's just put the clicker. I keep calling it the clicker, but the ticker. So we are going to do some readings. Leo, are we?
Hmm?
Are we still going to do readings?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
I was just
I'm sorry.
Okay. So
I thought you were talking to the audience. My bad.
I was
Audience,
starting
our
to,
chat.
but then
I
I
don't
saw
know.
the face. So I'm like, so we're doing Leo energetic readings only today. So if you would like one, please type me in all caps. And Karen says, if you can, please include your sun and moon signs only. And then she might be able to give you a little bit more of an in-depth or insight into you and your sign. So, all righty. So while we're waiting for that, I'm going to sip and grab my cards. And then we'll get the party started.
I'm just gonna
part deux.
reshuffle.
And really quick, Karen and I would like to thank again everybody for joining us this afternoon and for making this channel, popular. And we love the encouragement to keep going forward. I love helping Karen, give her a platform to share, what she's learning with astrology, and she's got to be making charts and working towards her certification. And I think this is a wonderful way for all of us who aren't familiar with astrology, because it can be so confusing, to be able to learn along together. So
yes, I appreciate. I was really happy when I saw that you were going to do that. Yeah,
I was like, come on, let's do it. So,
well, it looks like we have Tropical Empress out.
Tropical, we got Ange.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull out my cards, some of my cards from last night, including my astrology ones. And thank you again, Ange. There's your link.
Thank you.
Yes, I love it, Karen. I really don't know anything about astrology. And Nancy's going to be listening, but multitasking. Well, enjoy your multitasking, Nancy. Let us know if you would like a reading, sweetheart. And so first up, let's do Amanda.
Amanda.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle and I'm going to find the Leo card, and then I'll see what two cards are on the other side of it for part of the reading. And let me know when you're ready, my dear, and I'll put you in the big seat.
Okay. Almost.
Hi, Ginger.
All right. This is interesting. Yours too?
Yeah, because I shuffled that deck twice.
Okay.
And the same three cards came out. Because I didn't think I shuffled enough for when I had my little presentation, but no, I guess the cards have spoken. So I'll put you in the big seat.
Okay.
And you can go first. And let me just take this down so you can see your cards. And this is Amanda. There we go.
Okay. So kind of the way I'm reading my cards right now, I didn't tell y'all, it's like I'm pulling a card to show what you need to shine more of, because that's a Leo thing to do. And then the second card is something that's in your shadow, with that's more of like balanced, like what needs to be healed in the ego side of it, since we're talking about Leo. It's just a family party here in my kitchen right now. So what needs to shine more? Okay, so we've got the Seven of Pentacles reversed. And automatically I was like, okay, great. That's like a hard card to come out, right? And what you need to shine more. And what I'm kind of seeing there is there's like a hesitancy almost. And maybe you're when you're not seeing like the growth that you want to happen right off the bat, that you might have a tendency, because this is in your shadow. And I'm not saying this is the way you are. I'm just saying what is coming out of my cards. I can't control them. By the way, this deck is the Supernova deck. I got the Chariot reversed, which, we know with the Chariot reversed, I mean, with the Chariot, we're moving forward. But with the Chariot reversed, we're having, a pause, like no movement. We're just stuck. So I don't know if there's maybe something that you're feeling about yourself, whether or not you're ready to put that out into the world about yourself or not. And I apologize for the craziness in my background. But I did pull like an oracle for you, okay? And it's a dragon oracle. I really like this deck. We got the green dragon, which this I think speaks to your earth side here. Which, it says helps you tune into the secrets of nature, receive answers and guidance from nature, align with your divine essence. So, a lot of the times everything's going to tell us go out in nature more, right? Sit out in nature, and it kind of is true. You've got, your sun is in Pisces, so you can maybe have a tendency to feel a sense of overwhelm at times because you feel so much all at once. And also, it can be a very have a tendency to sometimes sacrifice yourself for the good of others sometimes too. And I think maybe this is a time to pull in and move something forward for yourself. And maybe that you need to maybe recharge and just get out in nature to find whatever that is. But, whatever it is, don't give up on it. Just put it out there and let us see it with no judgment. So, anyways, that's just what I'm seeing. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you. And another hey girl. Hey, Jay has popped in. Hello, Miss J. So Amanda, we got and I shuffled twice. And what came up? The fire card. Pretty much all the cards for Leo. I got the fire card, confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. And right now you are exuding that confidence. Sometimes we get nervous and we don't show it. And you're like, oh my God, I was so nervous. But when we do our lives, when we do our videos, that confidence just shines right through. And a lot of times those nerves that we have, we just use them to fire up our passion and our creativity. And it's very brave for anybody to go and start a channel. And kudos to you, my dear, on that. And then in the middle, of course, was I went looking for the Leo, and I already read the Leo card about self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. So keep tapping into that self-confidence and creativity, my girl. And on the other side, I got the Sun card. Again, self-express and embody truth, and you are sharing your truth. Your videos are all about giving people. It's like a sanctuary. People can come to your videos and know that when they have abilities, and other people may make them feel ashamed about it or make them think that they might be not mentally well because of having them. you actually give them a place to go where they can learn and know that um, they're not alone. And you share your stories, you share your experiences. And so that is really embodying and expressing the truth of who you are. And so for the Sun card, so I pulled from the Unshakable Inner Peace cards that I was using last night, and this is very interesting. I have heal, you heal by releasing, not suppressing. What emotions do you need to feel? And see how he's stepping into that beautiful labyrinth to take that walk inside and to figure out, going within and finding what is it that I need to work with moving forward. What kind of how can I use this full moon and this now moon in Leo energy to propel me forward into exploring and releasing and feeling emotions. And what drew me into the Sun card, and I love because you can see him stepping into the labyrinth, and it says here, and I just lost it. Where'd it go? Ah, because they were talking about stepping. The more you step into your truth, the more powerful your creative potential and the more connected you will feel to your life as a whole. And the bottom part to go along with this is so you can work on aligning your physical self with the truth. Oh, so can you work on aligning your physical self with the expression? No, wait a minute. The font she uses gets me is a little here. Let me start again. So you can work on aligning your physical self with the truth of your spirit. The sun is most brilliant as an expression of the moon. Remember, every being in truth brings their own unique offering to the collective tapestry. Every individual life matters in the complex web of existence. Allow yourself to step deeper into your authenticity, radiate, shine, and be seen. You are a gift. That's what the book says, and you are a gift, my dear. So, whatever more that you need to work on or you want to develop moving forward with your spirituality, anything that you need to release on an energetic level, this is these are the cards. This is the time to be able to do it. And when we don't suppress and we feel those emotions and we find a healthy way of expressing them, that's when a lot of the deep healing starts. So that's what I have for you, my dear. Thank you. All righty. So I'm just going to look to see if we had any more requests
I think we
before
had one
I.
more.
Was there one more? Oh, you can do
There was
one
at
more?
least one more. Yeah. There was
Yeah.
I think
I
yeah.
have Ange.
Yes. Did she say Virgo sun?
Yes, she did. Just really quick, beautiful reading. It all resonates. It's a nice way of saying I'm cocky and arrogant like a Leo. Thank you so much. Truly beautiful. You're welcome, my dear. And yes, Ange, she went ahead and she added, I am a Virgo sun and an Aquarius moon.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Wow. I didn't even know that other side yet. That's cool. All right. So I went ahead and I could remember, I was pretty sure I remembered it was Ange. And I remembered Virgo. So I went ahead and pulled, so we could um, be going on time here, Um, so for what I got for your position, that what needs to shine more, and this is totally your Virgo that came right out. Tarot and astrology kind of amazed me. Is we got our Knight of Pentacles here. This Knight of Pentacles, he's riding a camel. Camels, they could be, I guess, could be slower apparently, but I thought that they could be fast when they wanted to. I don't know. I get to read in that, but they can go long distances. They are very uh yeah, like they can really withstand the elements. And it's a practical purpose that this camel is serving here. And It might be a little bit slow, but he's going to get to his destination, as they always say. And so, what can you shine there? I see that as in that you can shine your, like that you have a, maybe like a, I don't know, this is a weird thing that's coming into my head right now. But for some reason, like I heard like maybe you're, being a Virgo sun, you have some practical gifts that you could share with others who maybe don't have those practical details and aspects of their life. That maybe, because Leos are often known to be really good teachers. And since this is a Leo, season read here, I'm just seeing like maybe you could really be like a teacher to others, like, like how to make something more realistic, how to improve a business side of something, how to, organize something better. I don't know. There could be something there. That's just kind of what I heard. And then this one was kind of really, really opposite. Like, what do you need to like let go of, or a shadow side of it? And I love this Four of Cups, by the way. It's really cool. Look at this. I really like it's kind of like a pop art style. It's
I like
so
the
cool.
shoes.
Yeah, right. And like, yeah, we have like whiteboard, but he really uses the space like where you just see these shapes and stuff. Like, I'm really drawn to this deck. It's really cool. Very like pop art kind of thing. So this Four of Cups really doesn't depress me so much when I see it, But basically, like, maybe there's things that you're kind of ignoring, because maybe you don't feel like, it can be a little bit maybe perhaps critical of yourself, of whether or not it's even something good for you, or if you could even, serve a purpose with it. Or, I would just say like to maybe take interest into some things that you normally wouldn't see that are there. Look behind you to see what cup is behind you. Yes, the motivation. Yeah. Like, look behind and grab that cup. It's funny. If you look at them this way, you know, I didn't quite go like the way I'm looking at it here in my world, because when you're turned around, the phone is different. What I'm saying is like there's this Knight of Pentacles is like, hey, look at me, and there's an opportunity here that has money, that you can shine and help others, and it gets tangible, like it's real, like it could be you can touch it, you can feel it, like it's something that you can really be useful. So I don't know, I would kind of tap into that. And on the bottom of the deck, right, so we had the Knight of Swords, which is on the ostrich. These are the coolest knight cards I've ever seen. Well, maybe not ever, but they're up there. And the ostriches move fast. I love that. So it's like
That is a very different deck.
on it. Yeah,
very different.
Very different. It's so cool. And then your advice card is the Silver Lunar Dragon, which is beautiful. This is that full moon lunar energy to me right here. Bathes you in divine feminine light. Come into balance and practice peace, harmony, and cooperation. Expand your causal chakra. I'm not really sure what they mean by that. Maybe I should have pulled up the book on that. But since I don't know that we have any other people in here, maybe I'll just pull that up and see what they have to say about that. Have y'all ever heard of that? A causal chakra? That's
I learned about that when I was in Arizona. I was taking my crystal healing Reiki in Sedona, and if I remember, it's somewhere. It's an upper one, I believe. It's kind of like from like at the very base of the neck, if I remember, because I think that's where we were supposed to put our pyrite, was in that area right there. So I think the causal is somewhere along or at the base of the neck.
Ooh, I
Or
just
at the
found
base
it.
of that, or the base of the skull, something like that.
Wow. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see. This book's like really cool. I kind of like how she writes out everything. Let's see. It says, a lunar dragon will be close by, helping and supporting you. As you are bringing yourself into balance, you're doing your part to bring the planet into equilibrium. Visualize your causal chakra as your own personal moon. The silver lunar dragons will touch and expand it until the frequency is high enough to allow pure white unicorns to step through it. Um, so yeah, that makes sense that it would be. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up later
I
because I
got it
thought
right
they would
here for
mention it
you.
here. Ooh, thank you. We're learning something new.
She just got rid of it. I mean, hold on a second. Hey Siri, what is the causal chakra? There we go. All right. No, bring it back. She keeps taking it away from me. Hey Siri, what is the causal chakra? Okay, the causal chakra is a transpersonal chakra located 2 to 3 inches from the back of the head. And she just took it away from me again.
Okay, from the
So
back
it
of the
is
head.
in that area.
Isn't that weird? Look at this.
Sorry about that.
Look at I can't point like the right, but see,
Yeah,
look.
it's
It's
pointing
like
right
almost like
towards
the
that.
cup is like right there. That's kind of crazy. It's like maybe that's something like to deal with your how you interact, like your thoughts maybe kind of interact to your throat chakra. I don't know why I kept hearing that, like, or thinking that, like some kind of how information might be filtered through somehow. I don't know. Like,
All right, I got it back
behind the
for you.
center is a gateway to the angelic kingdom.
Oh,
Oh
she beat
wow.
me to it. Okay, and the center and the causal chakra is the center that accepts the dosages of light that the upper two chakras deliver and assists in higher activations of the crown, brow, and throat chakras. Thanks, Ange.
Wow.
We all make a good team.
That's cool. Well, apparently they're wanting you to work on that because they're like putting it like right there in the back of your neck. So practice, work on your causal
Oh,
chakra.
wow. Yeah, she says, I have had the most intense knots and tension at the back of my head and neck.
That's
Yeah, a lot of us
crazy.
hold it there.
But that's really crazy, like how things come out like that. We all learn. I mean, some people knew about it, but I definitely learned something new.
It's been a
just
long
there.
time since I've
Yeah.
heard about it.
Yeah. And I think like, you work hard too, and you shine like through the work that you put out. But yeah, maybe there's another better opportunity that you're not seeing. So, anyways, and work on those knots, girl. That was gonna hurt. Work on that. I got a pillow that has like a concave, like in the center of it, that I felt like helped me with my knots that I was getting in my neck, especially when I was pregnant with twins. I was getting them really bad. So I like went in this whole like pillow journey on Amazon, and I saw this, and it's like, yeah, it's like I got a concave. It's like memory foam, but it has the dip. And it made a lot of sense when I looked at it. I was like, that's the one, and nobody's allowed to touch my pillow. It's mine.
We're all going to need that spa day for sure. So come on, sweetheart, win that Powerball so we all go have a spa day.
Yes.
So, and alrighty. Wow, so cool. Well, thank you. Were you done before I move on to my cards? Okay, and just so you know, we have one more left.
Okay.
After Nissa, we'll have to. I think it'll be about 4:30, and that'll be a good time to end the show. And
yeah.
Miss Nissa would like one, and she just knows that her sun sign is. What is this? Is this Pisces? No, Gemini. That's Gemini,
okay.
right?
Okay. Miss Nissa is a Gemini. Okay, cool.
Just doesn't know the moon, but
well, I'll go. I'll be shuffling while Heather's talking.
Okay, so Ange. Okay, So I have Mercury for you that came out, is and it's the keywords for Mercury. And I'll show you the picture because it's got a butterfly on it. Is think, learn, network, and communicate. Just love the artwork. Isn't that beautiful butterfly? And on the opposite side, and hopefully y'all can't hear the beeping of the fire alarm because someone's smoking in the building they're not supposed to. So the other card that I got for you is the the 10th house, which is about structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. Now, isn't that interesting, Ange? And look at that beautiful owl. That owl, gorgeous. So this is what we got for the other card. And I'm going to refer to that card for some more information, but with the unshakable card deck that I have. And it's so cute because Karen's one card with the four of cups, the guy looked like he had on a pair of disco boots, disco shoes. Ginger last night said it looked like this was a disco card. So maybe we're going to the disco. But to in all seriousness, we have the beautiful three moons again. For me, this feels like a 3 month thing, possibly with three full moons. Maybe things will start moving forward. You will start making headway into um, a lot of the personal things that you're working on right now. Um, and it says to receive, you must release. So there's something that needs to be released, my dear. And I think this is something that you're very much well working on. And it asks two questions from the book. And it's what can you let go of? And what do you want to receive? And when I looked at the book in here for the house, the 10th house to connect with this card, um, what's interesting is that the 10th house is associated with Capricorn, which is the full moon. So I'm going to share a little bit of that with you. Um, so the 10th house, it's the natural home of Capricorn, the sign committed to time earned achievements. And you have achieved a lot. And it's ruled by Saturn, the planet which uses tough love to prompt the manifestation of your goals. What is life pushing you toward to accomplishing? So, again, what needs to be released so that you can start receiving to move forward for what you want to accomplish? Um, and down at the bottom here, under the omen, it says here, persist towards your goal with ambition, discipline, and perseverance. But don't cling too tightly to the outcome. There must always be space for growth, change, and intuition. Where there it's where the magic grows. It's in this space of gentle hard work where your divine masculine flourishes. So it feels like there needs to be maybe a balance, tapping into the masculine energy, to balance, especially with this full moon. You got your feminine, and again, the sun with the Leo. This is your time now to balance both, to know that something's got to go, to bring all this good that's coming in. Um, Lots of hard work ahead. Saturn again is like the taskmaster. I know I have it, which makes it difficult sometimes for my my security and my monetary and abundance that comes in. We just got to work a little bit harder at it. So, and I know you're going through a lot right now with the loss of your grandma. And but at this time, taking a step back for you, this is a wonderful, the cards are saying this is a wonderful opportunity, Ange, for you to really just start delving into yourself, into who you are, what you want to do, what needs to be healed, and to just now propel yourself forward with what you know and you feel to know is your life mission or your goals and dreams right now. So I hope that resonated with you, my dear. And I will give everybody over to Karen, and I'll start pulling cards for Nissa, and she'll be our last.
Hi, Nissa. Um, there's kind of like one thing I wanted to ask, if it's okay. one of the cards, I'm just wondering, have you just come out of something that was kind of hard, like that you're healing from right now or have healed from? I'm just curious if there's, you know, anything that I can shed more light into this, or I was just curious. So I'm gonna give it a minute to do that. The reason why I'm saying that is like what needs to shine more here that I'm seeing is I got.
She's here.
Okay, cool. I forgot to show you all the back of these cards too. Are really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah, somebody said, yeah, this is the and this is a low Scarabeo deck, but like it actually comes in like a hard box. It's the Supernova Tarot by Federico Salas.
And Nissa said yes to your question.
Yes, okay. Yes. So what you need to shine more here is basically
Oh, wow. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
That's
Okay.
yeah. That's
Wow.
protective light around Miss Nissa.
Absolutely. Okay. Wow. And what did we say Nissa's sun sign was again? Sun, what'd she put?
Gemini.
Okay. All right. The Ten of Swords reversed. Obviously, you're going to focus on. You're showing that you know you're healed. Coming out of something, but I really don't know. Like gang stalking neighbors. That's horrible. But I mean, something needs to be shine a light more into that. I would say is maybe there's like others that you can help support more. I don't know, like if there's some type of community, like an online community or something, you know, with people. Gemini, that's right. Okay, Gemini. Me. That's interesting too, because right in the bottom, we got this Queen of Swords. I love this stinking Queen of Swords. She's awesome. Let me just pull her out, like, and let you see it up close. She comes out for me all the time. And this is like literally all the freaking time. And it's just like, I just see her being like, you know, setting the boundaries, telling it like it is, you know, like, you know, letting them see that this is okay. This just came to me after talking, like from her standpoint, is that you're not this way. You're not going to let them see you this way. You're pulling the swords out of your back right now, okay? And you know what I'm seeing like in your shadow here. It's weird when I saw this. That's so funny, man. Because this is what this lady like. I think she's a beautiful Queen of Swords. That's what she kind of makes me feel. It's just weird. Like when I got in the shadow, it's like when you said that, it's like almost like people are like watching you in that. But this emperor, you know, we have the square-heeled boots, the, you know, he's got a lot of flair to him for sure.
Like a Freddie Mercury.
Yes, like a Freddie Mercury.
He's
Thank you, Heather. Yeah. And instead of like the ram, he has like the hawk or whatever, you know, like that's like seeing like the bigger picture of things. And I would say like in your shadow is, I mean, I can read this one of two ways with you know what you need to heal in your ego. I could either see it as not feeling like you have, you know, like a shadow, a problem like of trying to control the situation or needing somebody else to control or feeling like you need somebody else to control it, or whether you need to let go of that control. And I think you know the answer to that. I can't tell you because, you know, the Emperor is a lesson card, and you know, I think you'll know what the right answer to that is. But, you know, like this isn't they're not, like this isn't like they didn't break you. You know what I mean? Like this isn't going to break you. And that's what you need to shine. And maybe you can even be like a light to others with that. And the reason why I say that is for some reason I felt really compelled to pull from my music deck because I forgot that I had it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is kind of a Leo deck, and I pulled Ella Fitzgerald, which I love. Ella Fitzgerald. I like to sing jazz. It says, you are your own best teacher. Nothing is more hard won than innocence. Intuition beats experience. And it was like the part about being your own best teacher that was something there. And that when I read that, I was like, oh, maybe that's why I was thinking like teacher. And I keep saying that today. I think I said that in another read too about teaching. It's like passing down and sharing information. But yeah, don't let them, and I don't feel like you are, but don't let them see you like beat down by it, because you're not. You're gonna heal, you're gonna be fine. And that's a really scary thing to go through. And I'm so sorry for that. You have this energy underneath, it's like boundaries and being, just very sharp to the point, the truth, nothing but the truth. So that's what I got. These are interesting card pulls from this deck today.
Alrighty. Well, thank you, my dear. And so let me just take this down. So Nissa, a couple extra cards. One card came flying out of the deck, and then there were two that came out of the the unshakable inner piece. Um, and I'm just going to address those two first. So your first card is you can make it through. Your higher self is always guiding you. Um, what wisdom does your higher self have for you? That's your first one from your unshakable inner peace. So, listening to your guides, your higher self, and knowing that they're looking out for you and they're letting you know you can make it through. Okay, it's almost kind of like the divine, like goddess, divine spirit, your higher self, your guides, your spirit team looking down, protecting you, your angels. The other card that came out was eliminate distractions. Stop shining light on things that you are not. How can you reclaim your power? So I feel like what you're going through right now, it feels like you are powerless. And believe me, I live in a building where I understand what it feels like to feel powerless right now with people in here. Um, so they want you to make sure that you don't feel that way. Reclaim your power. Um, Eliminate it, whatever you can do to distract yourself from these individuals. Um, Also, putting white light around you, asking your spirit team to put like an invisibility cloak around you, literally having like a cloak when you go out or when you're around these individuals, putting that around you and imagine just like the Harry Potter movie, wrapping that around you and then being unseen. And I learned about that technique before even Harry Potter came out from my Wicca 101 class. And a way of, especially for women to protect themselves, when they go out at night or when they're by themselves. So just know and visualize that you are being protected by your guides. Do not feel like these individuals are taking away your power. Know your strength, know your truth, know your core, be in your core. And I'm going to go now to the cards that I got from the other deck. So Jupiter came out, and Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. It's all about expansion, growing and expanding. You can grow, you can expand from this, and also expanding that light of protection, expanding your faith that all will be protected, all will be well. And from here, it says, I want to see what it says here. Um, So the card is what jumped out at me with the energetics of this card is optimism and faith. So again, that goes along with having faith in your higher team and faith in yourself and in your power, your innate power. The next card that I got for you was the Aries card, which is independent, bravery, and passion. And here it says, are you feeling stagnant in any area of your life, or more broadly, a bit immobilized in general? Perhaps you're craving change but don't know where to begin. Um, or you're daydreaming of something you want but haven't taken the first step towards it. And this is the kicker with the next line, with what that card we just had from the Unshakable Peace deck. And I just lost it. Whether you've been frozen by a disempowering inner voice, which we need to get rid of or to work on, have felt overwhelmed by options, or quite simply been scared, it's
Wow.
time to make a move. Your guides, again, your guides ask you to listen to your gut instinct, make a decision, and jump in wholeheartedly and leave fear behind. For that card. And your last card is the Aquarius card, which I thought was interesting. It says originality, philanthropy, and progressive imaginings. So here, the progressive imaginings. Start putting out to the universe, manifesting what you need to make yourself safe. If you have a family that you need to make safe, and even if it's maybe imagining or trying to manifest assistance or protection in the form of whether security, police, um,
Mm-hmm.
landlord, whatever it is that you need to do. In my situation, neither of them are helpful in our situation. So again, we always call on to our spirit team and know, like Archangel Michael, he's our main protector. And the angels don't belong to any religion or spirituality. They are unto themselves. And if we ask for their help, they will be there to give us our help. And, this is supposed to be for entertainment purposes only, but that's something I think a lot of us on a spiritual level can agree that, in times, we felt that protection around us. And we know that those angels, those angelic beings are there to protect us. Um, so right now, it says the shadow side of the Aquarius is what's jumping out at me. Um, and it says detached from reality. So the detachment from trying to detach from their negativity, their energy, and just be more focused on you, yourself, your home, and your protection. It says here you are a holder of a beautiful gift, meaning you have the potential to be of great service to your community or humanity at large. Um, you may be a deeply compassionate listener or a radical advocate against social injustice. So
Mm-hmm.
you have all of these talents, and I think Spirit is trying to guide you into saying, okay, call on us. You will be protected, be alert, expand what it is. I don't know if you feel like you want to start maybe studying a criminal justice, or if you're becoming a part of a community watch. Um, maybe you do have a police force in your area that works with their neighborhoods, with their residents. Um, but just know that you have that compassionate side of you, you have that leadership side of you, but you also have that brave side of you. You're brave and passionate. So, again, do not let what you can't control make you feel less or weaken your voice. Um, Stop shining on the things that you are not, and start shining those lights on all your attributes, all your talents, what you do have, and that gratitude for that, and know that all will work out as it well. Things will work out. How am I trying to word this properly without? because we always know that energy can always change.
Mm-hmm.
But just know that putting that out there, calling in your guides. I mean, I live in a building where a man's still here after 2 years ago and has still has up to recently within the last few months threatened to put caps in our asses, and they still will not remove him. So, energetic boundaries around us. People have busted and broken the door, smashed the door. We're not a secure building. So, we have been just envisioning like Archangel Michael, envisioning protective white light. Do whatever spiritually that you're called to do, whatever your religious or spiritual practice or traditions are. Incorporate all those. Maybe get a group of people together to put those protective lights around you, and put the protective light around those who are harassing or you feel may cause you harm. And even growing up, I was told to even maybe put like a pink light to try to help them reach more of a compassionate side of themselves, where they would like maybe less hesitate on acting out on something, if that makes sense. But this is something that I've incorporated over the years, and it's just a suggestion. And I have a degree in sociology from Gonzaga. I don't know what Gonzaga is, but you're okay. So your community, you're a leader. You know how the system works. The system unfortunately works differently in all different areas, depending where one is. But but yeah, your community is lucky, and the people that you help is lucky and blessed to have you.
Mm-hmm.
And again,
Mm-hmm.
protective light from all of us around you, your spirit team, your guides, and just don't lose faith in yourself.
It's
They don't care
interesting.
here either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I pulled my book back up to read what it would say about the emperor. I don't know why. Like, I just wanted to see what it
Mm-hmm.
had to say, and it said, when we learn to give ourselves the love we need, our self-esteem becomes the anthem of our uniqueness. We settle for nothing less than the standards we've hard earned, standing firm without retreating, because the space we occupy is rightfully ours. Um, yeah, and I read that and
Yes.
I was like,
Wow.
what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it like shed a whole light on that,
Light drop,
and
basically.
yeah, yeah,
Literally.
yeah. Yeah. I think I think it's that,
Thank you for
and
sharing that.
yeah, I had to. I read that. I was like, oh, wow. Okay. That really put a perspective on that. And, Heather was talking about the manifesting thing. A good visualization thing to do, like right before you go to sleep, because that's, I was talking about that thing earlier,
Mm-hmm.
is to get the clearest picture in your mind, see it, feel it, breathe it, whatever, of the safe place you want to be in. What does it look like? What is it, like you are already there, whatever that end result is, and just feel it so strongly before you go to sleep and try to do that. Like, I mean, this is like maybe like 5-10 minutes before you go to sleep. Okay. You can be laying there. Like, there's nothing, uniquely crazy that you got to do. And try to be in a repetition of that, to throw that out to the universe and let your subconscious be able to take that in, um, and be able to absorb that. So you're putting like your order out in a way, like, I deserve to feel safe.
Yeah,
I
we all do.
deserve, yes, and we all do. So uh, I just thought of that when she put that. So, anyways.
And Miss Nissa, if they really just get so out of hand, just send Bigfoot on them. Just 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 stick the squatch on them.
Mothman,
We're
whatever.
believers, and Shant
Yeah.
saw Bigfoot when he was younger. He knows they're very much real, and I'm so I moved to the coast. Yeah, we're moving to Oregon next year, and I'm so sad to hear that in your area in Washington that they're allowing this. It's just so much. There's just so much red tape. Our justice system, I think, countrywide, nationwide, needs to a real revamping. And with the events going on right now within the last since 2016, really, and with the people who have been in office and um,
It's a circus right now.
the acts that are, you know,
Hmm.
it's just like it's becoming to the point where it's like people feel like that they can basically do whatever they want and get away with it, and it just shows that our whole system really needs to be revamped. And I think it's going to get, you know, probably worse before it gets better, but you always have to kind of get really sick before you can start healing and mending. And in your case, I know Michelle Marie has talked about being in Washington and in her area. There are times when they don't feel safe in their neighborhoods, and it's really becoming an issue. And I think it's going to probably take a good year or so, but I really believe that change is coming, and people start coming together again, start working towards the better, whether we do it through, you know, light work like this, or like with you, Miss Nissa, in sociology, doing being social work and working with the community and being a voice. Um, all of us can at some point, you know, make a change. And Ange says most of the issues we are facing stem from mental illness as well, and the lack of mental services is where we are failing our people. Yeah, and it
Wow.
just really needs to be revamped on all levels. It really does. Um, but we wish you well. Everyone, I'm sure, has been sending, you know, light and protection around you, um, and you're always welcome here. This is a safe space, and that was our last read. We are at 4:43. Karen, do you have anything coming up that you would like to share? Any
No, not
planned
really.
lives or
But
anything? No? Okay.
no, I have I'm just gonna probably like pop up. So turn on your notifications. I'm gonna like
Yep.
pop ups right now because it and then I do have like a couple of poems I wrote that I need to do videos, but they'll just be like regular videos. But I have new decks that I need to show. And I'm not allowing myself to open them at all until like I do a live.
I
So
know.
I've
So
got
it's
to do
just like,
this pretty soon. I've
yeah.
got to do it soon. And then
I have a new
I'm going
one
to do a
coming in.
walkthrough of this one at some point too because it's so cool.
It's like going to a disco.
Yeah, I
Having the
love the
dancing
art in
queen,
that.
you know, for the king. That's
Yeah, the
awesome.
art in this deck is just phenomenal. And it's
Okay.
he's a digital artist, but I mean, like this isn't
It's
just
okay.
like AI.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like it's really like got a lot of thought
I
and
have AI
style.
decks, and a couple of the ones that I have, and the ones and the new one that I'm getting, um, it's not like a because I know there's been we've had a discussion next week, next Thursday. Jeff Bailey, Bill, ASMR Tarot, Ramon, and I are getting together to talk about the artist
The whole
decoded,
yeah,
and what an incredibly, I mean, this was well thought out. It's a graphic artist who's incorporated his work with the AI. It's a beautiful co-creation. Um, the
it wasn't like
the
just pressing a bunch of
descriptions,
buttons. Yeah,
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 like there's some that do that, and they're very beautiful. I get it. I love a lot of them too. Um, and some people are afraid that AI is going to completely take over. No, there's always going to be us artists who are going to create decks. So there's room for everybody, you know, kind of in my opinion.
I believe
Um,
so.
so the ones that I buy are the ones that like I gravitate spiritually towards, and so yeah, we'll be looking forward towards that. And what we got
Sorry, I
there?
was trying to find that one. The moon
Mm.
from the Supernova
I
Tarot.
love
I
the
thought that was
female
really cool.
face in it.
Yeah, and that tear. Like I think he's like he does drag and stuff too. So yeah, it's like he's got a lot of like he pulls and gives credit to every, everybody fits into this deck. You know what I mean? And I love like the crab floaty in the pool. It's just really cool.
That's funny. And Amanda says, "I can't wait, Karen. I'll be making my list of ones that will say Karen made me do it." So
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ange also adds, and hello, Peace Mama. Peace Mama just popped in to say
Oh, hi,
hello.
Peace Mama.
And Ange said, no one chooses to be a bad person. The environments that they are raised in, what they have been exposed to, and the lack of help emotionally, physically, psychologically, unfortunately, can mean a tough path. You know, and then there, are some that are just born that way. Unfortunately, and that kind of
Yeah,
takes us down the rabbit hole of like
that's a
a
whole
Saturday
nother
night
talk.
discussion about certain energies and things and stuff. But a majority, yes, it's the environment, and breaking those cycles. And for a lot of people, there's a lot of fear in breaking those cycles, and we got to take the fear out of all of it. And yes, genetics play part too. It does.
Mm-hmm.
And Nissa was just saying that she's thinking about moving to Spokane, closer to Spokane. She says, I had a dream someone stole my little dog. Now I'm freaked out. Well, don't put that
Mm-hmm.
energy out there. Just,
Yeah,
keep an eye on the puppy when you're outside with, doing the business and stuff, and keeping them in the house. So, and,
yeah.
put
And watch
lots
out
of
for
protective
hawks
light.
too.
Yeah, especially if it's a little one,
A little dog. I know that was a weird thing to say, but it's
But
just
hey, that might
watch
have
out
been
for
something
hawks.
that, yeah,
I have a
little
friend that
dogs,
puts like a little spike, like little coat on her little dog because they have really big hawks that come fly by, and it like looks like a little punk rocker. Like all the way, it's really cute. He
oh,
hates wearing it, but it protects him outside. I don't
yeah.
know what. Yeah,
People have lost their little ones because the animals need to eat too, are wild animals, and they don't know really the difference between a small dog and a rabbit, or
yeah,
a mouse or something. So, and Ange
yeah,
says, can you tell it's a topic I'm passionate about? I do, and that's something that I would really love to start doing more on my channel, especially with you,
yeah.
Ange. So we'll be in touch, honey.
I think that's
um,
beautiful.
and Washington State is beautiful. Shannon grew up in Oregon and also a little bit in Washington, Yakima area. That's where he actually saw his Bigfoot when he was younger, camping with his dad. So
Thanks,
definitely
peace, mama.
yes. Thank you, my dear. Aw, she's a
That's so
sweetheart.
sweet.
So tonight at 8 o'clock, Jeff and I will be doing our poetry show. And I told Karen if she's up to it and she wants to join us, she can share some poetry. No pressure, but you might see her pop back in. You never know. And
Yeah.
tomorrow, Nancy and I will be doing our Divine Feminine, and Allison from Aries Girl Tarot will be joining us, and we'll be discussing ancestor, honoring our ancestors. And Allison, I'm hoping will be able to, share her ancestor altar, that she even inspired me to create. So, totally looking forward to the next couple of days, and
Cool.
we just appreciate everybody who has joined us, who had to go, who is watching on replay, that stayed with us. And Karen and I will see you next month for what's the next sign after Leo?
Okay.
Virgo. So we will be back next month for Virgo. And who knows, maybe even a little sooner with a Mystical Poet Society. We'll see. You never know.
Yes. Study
Um,
maps is what I'm kind of like. You
oh,
gotta
okay, maps.
mips, mips,
There you
maps.
go. Well, it's better
Yeah,
than
maps,
PMS like Jeff
maps of the
suggested.
soul.
And I'm like, no, no PMS,
He's
no.
so funny.
Oh
He's
my
so
goodness,
funny. I
that
was like,
boy.
nope, nope.
Nope, nope, nope. Alrighty, everybody.
All
Have
right,
a beautiful rest of your afternoon, or wherever you are, evening, and we'll see you next time. Bye
bye.
bye.